Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. Welcome to English grade 9 video lesson series. Students, today we will talk about oral communication. Oral competency का हमारा students learning outcome है which talks about rhetorical questions. This is going to be our lecture number 8 from unit 5. The learning outcome is simple. It says that use rhetorical or rhetorical questions for a range of audiences. And the audience is here, that is mentioned over here, are your listeners. ये आपके listeners हैं. Now, the focus is on understanding and posing or using rhetorical questions. What are rhetorical questions? Have you ever heard this? Okay, we will try to learn something new today. So be very much attentive. This is about oral communication. It means you have to participate in the lecture by giving your feedback and your examples. Clear? All right. This is your vertical linkage. And now you can see a picture of a person who is speaking and addressing different people. Now, when we are talking about speech, public speaking, debating और नॉर्मल कॉन्वर्सेशन, या आप बात करें लिटरेचर की, स्टोरीज की या पोइट्री की, सबके अंदर रिटोरिकल क्वेश्चंस का इस्तेमाल होता है. क्या है रिटोरिकल क्वेश्चन? क्या स्टूडेंट्स क्या हर क्वेश्चन का आंसर जरूरी है? हमने तो आज तक यही सीखा कि जब कोई क्वेश्चन होता है with punctuation mark of question mark at the end and they are starting with the 5 W's and how 1 H, so it means that they are questions that we are supposed to answer, but that is not the case always. There are some questions that you do not need answers for. ऐसे सवालात, ऐसे क्वेश्चन जिनको हम बयानाती सवालात कहते हैं उर्दू में, उनका जवाब देना या उनका जवाब लेना जरूरी नहीं है. वो क्यों है क्वेश्चंस? वो हैं एम्फसिस के लिए, अपना पॉइंट प्रूव करने के लिए या सुनने वाले को सोचने पे मजबूर करने के लिए हम वो क्वेश्चंस का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. हम आंसर एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लेट्स सी, आपने ये सुना होगा, शेक्सपियर का कोट है, इट्स वेरी फेमस, व्हाट्स इन अ नेम? नाम में क्या रखा है? ठीक है, तो इसका कोई जवाब नहीं है. इसका मतलब है नाम में कुछ नहीं रखा हुआ और आप अपने काम पे फोकस करें, नाम आपका खुद ही आ जाएगा. नाम इतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. व्हाट्स इन अ नेम, क्या ये एक क्वेश्चन नहीं है? Yes, it is a question because we have what or W and we have question mark. But इसका कोई जवाब नहीं है. इसका जवाब इसी के अंदर implied है. इस तरह के जो सवालात होंगे वो rhetorical questions कहलाएंगे. नाम में क्या रखा है? अब आपको भी पता है, मुझे भी पता है कि मैं क्या बात कर रहा हूं. मैं आपसे जवाब नहीं मांग रहा, बट मैं आपको सोचने पे मजबूर कर रहा हूं कि नाम में कुछ नहीं रखा, आप काम करें. ठीक है, दिस इज अ रिटोरिकल क्वेश्चन. इट मेक्स यू थिंक, इट मेक्स यू एक्ट, इट मेक्स यू परसुएडेड एंड इट ऑल्सो मेक्स यू थिंक अबाउट समथिंग. और मेरा पॉइंट भी साबित हो जाएगा. अगर मैं कहूं कि नाम में कुछ नहीं रखा, आप काम पे फोकस करें, नाम कुछ भी नहीं है, इसकी बजाय अगर मैं कहूं व्हाट्स इन अ नेम, दिस इज अ रिटोरिकल क्वेश्चन. हमने सिंपल स्टेटमेंट को क्या किया? कन्वर्ट कर दिया रिटोरिकल क्वेश्चन में. इसका कोई जवाब नहीं है, ये है पॉइंट प्रूफ करने के लिए. नेक्स्ट वन इज, अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं, लेट्स अज्यूम दैट मोहम्मद लव्स चॉकलेट, ऑलराइट, ही लव्स ईटिंग चॉकलेट, और मैं उससे पूछूं कि क्या आपको चॉकलेट पसंद है? So instead of saying yes, I like chocolate, he can say, is the sky blue? Of course I like chocolates. क्या पानी गीला है? Is water wet? Is the sky blue? ये जवाब देने का तरीका है, लेकिन सवाल के अंदाज में। ठीक है, अब मैं इसका जवाब नहीं दूंगा कि yes the sky is blue or no whatever. So instead of saying yes I like chocolate, he poses me a rhetorical question by saying, is the sky blue? It means of course I like chocolate. So this is also an example of rhetorical question. Next one. For example, if someone is keep on making mistakes, तो आप गुस्से में, फ्रस्ट्रेशन में क्या कहते हैं? तुमसे एक भी काम ठीक होता है? Can you do anything right? So I'm not asking, I'm letting out my frustration and anger. अब मैं जवाब का मुंतजिर नहीं हूं कि अगला कहे कि yes I can do something. Yeah, no. It means I'm being angry. Can't you do anything? For example, आपका टीचर आपसे कहते हैं या कहती है क्लास में, क्या आप लोग खामोश होंगे? इज इट द क्वेश्चन? यस, क्या आप खामोश होंगे? क्या आप खामोश होंगे क्वेश्चन है, लेकिन क्या आप इसका जवाब देंगे यस और नो में? अगर आप जवाब देंगे तब भी वो बदतमीजी है, अगर हां में देंगे तब भी बदतमीजी शुमार होगी, अगर ना में जवाब देंगे तब भी। इसका मतलब है कि खामोश हो जाएं। तो ये क्वेश्चन है रिटोरिकल क्वेश्चन। टीचर ने अपना पॉइंट प्रूव करना था कि आप लोग खामोश होकर लेक्चर को सुने। तो अगर आप कैन यू बी क्वाइट, इट मींस बी क्वाइट। So these kind of questions you always use in your native language, be it Punjabi, Urdu, Sindhi, Saraiki, all the languages in the world, we have some rhetorical questions. All right. So what's in a name? Is the sky blue? Can't you do anything right? These are examples of different rhetorical questions. Interesting and very fun and easy to learn. All right. Now let's see, where does the word rhetorical comes from? Basically, the word is rhetorics. So, rhetorical comes from the word rhetoric, which is a special kind of talking. ये टेक्निक, ये लिटरेरी, ये एक डिवाइस है, ये एक स्पीकिंग डिवाइस है, एक फिगर ऑफ स्पीच है जो कि हम यूज करते हैं, जो स्पीकर्स, ओरेटर्स, डिबेटर्स, पब्लिक स्पीकर्स, कम्युनिकेटर्स, कॉन्वर्सेशनलिस्ट, चाहे वो रिटन में हो या oral में हो, all of us use these rhetorical questions. और ये क्या है, किसकी ब्रांच है? ये rhetorics की। एंड rhetorics अगर हम बात करें कहां से आया, इसकी तारीख बहुत ज्यादा पुरानी है। अरिस्टोटल, प्लेटो के जमाने से rhetorical questions are there. So why do we learn rhetorical questions? To be good speakers, ताकि हम एक अच्छा कम्युनिकेटर या अच्छी कम्युनिकेटर बन सकें। वेरी सिंपल। So this was the origin. So a rhetorical question is a device and figure of speech used to persuade, convince करना, किसी को मनाना या कायल करने के लिए हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं, या इन्फ्लुएंस करने के लिए अपने लिसनर्स को या ऑडियंस को। It is a question asked not for the answer but for the effect. We don't want any answer, we want effect. What do we want? Effect, right? All right. Oftentimes a rhetorical question is used to emphasize a point or just to get the audience think. सोचने पर मजबूर करने के लिए हम इस तरह के सवालात को, क्वेश्चंस को यूज करते हैं, और बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चंस हैं ये, आगे हम देखेंगे। नाउ सिंपल, देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन बट वी डू नॉट वांट एनी आंसर। ऑलराइट, मूविंग ऑन। नाउ व्हाट इफ यू आस्क अ क्वेश्चन एंड इफ यू आस्क अ रिटोरिकल क्वेश्चन और आपको जवाब मिले, वुड यू बी हैप्पी और एंग्री? एंग्री, but because that was a rhetorical question. If you say, if your teacher says, can you be quiet? And you say yes, she knows that you can be quiet. So be quiet, this means if you give answer to rhetorical questions, that will actually considered a badtamizi or bad manners. So here is a little comic. He's saying that don't you hate it when people answer your rhetorical questions? अच्छा ये भी एक rhetorical question है. इसका मतलब है do not answer rhetorical question. Alright? वो भी एक rhetorical question है. क्या उसने जवाब दिया? He is confused कि इसका जवाब दूं या ना दूं. इसका मतलब है इसका जवाब नहीं देना. ये एक रेटोरिकल क्वेश्चन है, एक फिगर ऑफ स्पीच है, एक डिवाइस है जो कि अपना पॉइंट साबित करने के लिए बोलने वाला बोलता है. तो सुनने वाले को भी समझना चाहिए कि ये एक रेटोरिकल क्वेश्चन है. क्लियर है स्टूडेंट्स? ऑलराइट. इफ यू आर समबडी हु हेट्स होमवर्क एंड यू आर बीइंग मिस्चीवियस इन द क्लास, आप शरारत कर रहे हैं और आपसे टीचर कहे आपको ज्यादा होमवर्क चाहिए, तो चुप करके बैठे. अगर नहीं चाहिए तो इट मींस चुप कर सुने, खामोश हो जाए. तो ये एक. ऑलराइट, द आंसर इज वेरी मच ऑब्वियस. हु वांट्स मोर होमवर्क? नोबडी. डू यू वांट मोर होमवर्क? नो. इट मींस दैट आंसर इसी क्वेश्चन के अंदर है. ऑलराइट. डू यू वांट टू stay in at lunch time? For example, if you are having a break, but you have not completed your task, and I would say complete it fast. आपने ब्रेक करनी है या नहीं करनी? It means जल्दी काम खत्म करें अगर आपने ब्रेक करनी है. So this is also an obvious kind of answer hidden in these rhetorical questions. Now, why do we use that? It's very simple. If a mother says, if your mother is working or anybody else in the home is working and she says or he says, don't you want to help your mother? It means come help the mother. Don't answer the question. That is a rhetorical question. So it is a different way of getting someone to do something. एक मुख्तलिफ अंदाज है किसी से कुछ करवाने का. बजाय इसके कि मेरी मदद करवाएं, मेरी काम में हाथ बटाएं, आप कहें क्या मेरे काम में हाथ नहीं बटाओगे? इट मींस कम क्विकली एंड डू इट. So this is a rhetorical question. I hope that you have understood the mechanism lies behind these kind of questions. All right. Here, अगर मैं आपको एक सिनेरियो दूं स्टूडेंट्स, Fatma and students who have joined us, other students online, please speak up. All right, here is a question for you. बच्चे बहुत जल्दी बड़े हो जाते हैं, राइट? इसको एक रेटोरिकल क्वेश्चन में किस तरह कहेंगे आप? बच्चे जल्दी बड़े हो जाते हैं. The kids are growing fast. The kids grow fast. Yes? Convert it into a rhetorical question. Very good. Why do kids grow up so fast? इसका मतलब है बच्चे, इसका मतलब आप ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि बच्चे बहुत जल्दी ग्रो करते हैं, बड़े हो जाते हैं. It's very close. Here is the answer. Kids grow up so quickly, don't they? ये है question tag. क्या है? Question tag. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? It means it is a beautiful day. You like it, don't you? तो ये जो एंड में क्वेश्चन का पार्ट आता है, they are tags of questions. And now this is a rhetorical question. Instead of saying kids grow so fast, kids grow quickly, we can say, using a rhetorical device, we can say, kids grow up so quickly, don't they? Yes, they do. We don't need any answer. Clear? All right. Now, कभी तंज करने के लिए, सार्केज्म यूज करने के लिए, फनी बात करने के लिए भी आप rhetorical questions का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. कैसे? देखें. If you are asking somebody for money again and again, and he or she will say in Urdu, like, क्या पैसे दरख्तों पर लगे हुए हैं? लगे हुए? नहीं लगे हुए? क्या आप इसका आंसर देंगे? नहीं देंगे। दिस इज अ रिटोरिकल क्वेश्चन। डू आई लुक लाइक आई एम मेड ऑफ मनी? क्या मैं पैसों का बना हुआ हूं? ये बंदा बहुत एंग्री है, इसका मतलब है डोंट आस्क फॉर एनी मोर मनी फ्रॉम मी, आई डोंट हैव इट। क्या मतलब है इसका? आई डोंट हैव मच मनी, सो डोंट आस्क फॉर एनी। बट सी डू, हमें पता है डू से क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट होता है, एंड क्वेश्चन मार्क। तो क्या पैसे दरख्तों पर लगे हैं? इसका जवाब नहीं देंगे आप, इसका मतलब है आई डोंट हैव इट, आई कैंट अफोर्ड इट। ऑलराइट, now how do we know that when we are listening to a speech or when we are delivering one, that whether a question is rhetorical or not? क्या आप पहचान कर सकते हैं कौन सा ऐसा सवाल है जिसका जवाब नहीं देना, जो कि rhetorical question है? First of all, you have to think, does the person asking the question really want to know some answer, some new information from me? If no, then you do not give any answer. आप सोचेंगे, क्या ये जो पूछ रहा है मुझसे वाकई ये पूछ रहा है या पूछ रही है, या सिर्फ एक rhetorical question था? If the answer is no, it is probably a rhetorical question. It means no answer. Just understand what he or she is saying, that's it. अंडरस्टैंड करना ही आपका जवाब देना है, ऑरली आपने जवाब नहीं देना। नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, students who have joined us online as well, और जो यहां भी बैठे हैं, now read the questions and identify which one of them is rhetorical. Yes, Muhammad will read this first line. Yes, speak up. No, read the question. Yes, do you want sugar in your coffee? Is it a rhetorical question or non-rhetorical question? Non-rhetorical question, क्योंकि इसका हम जवाब देंगे yes I want sugar, no I don't want sugar. Alright, तो ये है non, हम इस पे लिखेंगे NR, means non-rhetorical question. Are they ever going to get here? Right, let me translate it for you. क्या वो यहां पे पहुंचेंगे भी कि नहीं?
Rhetorical question.
Yeah, this is a rhetorical question. This is like you are tired of waiting and you're saying, are they ever going to get here? क्या वो यहां पे पहुंचेंगे भी कि नहीं? I am waiting so much. जैसे आप वेट कर रहे हैं किसी का and you're saying, अब आओगे भी कि नहीं? This is not a question. This is not a question that you're supposed to answer. This is a rhetorical question, right? All right, next one. What's the price of this shirt? Non-rhetorical. Very good. All right. Are you 2 years old or something?
Rhetorical question.
Yes, rhetorical. Why do we use it? If somebody is making a very petty mistake and you're like, क्या मतलब क्या तुम बच्चे हो जो ये इस तरह की मतलब चाइल्डिश हरकतें आप कर रहे हैं? Are you a kid? No, he's not. All right. So you can say, are you 2 years old or something? क्या तुम 2 साल के बच्चे हो? It means this is a rhetorical question. All right. Now, have you ever wanted to be taught by the best teachers in the world? क्या आप चाहते हैं कि आप दुनिया के बेहतरीन उस्ताद कराम से पढ़ें? ऑब्वियसली हम सब चाहते हैं, कोई भी ऐसा नहीं है जो कहेगा कि हम नहीं पढ़ना चाहते बेस्ट टीचर इन द वर्ल्ड से। तो इसका मतलब है, ये अगर मैं आपको बात कहूंगा तो आई एम मोटिवेटिंग यू एंड आई एम आस्किंग यू टू encourage yourself for studying more. This is also a rhetorical question. Wouldn't you love to be able to have your own school swimming pool? Yes, we do. So this is also a rhetorical question. This is for convincing somebody to do something. All right, what about this? Fatma is going to tell us. Do I look like I was born yesterday? Is it a rhetorical
Rhetorical
question?
question.
Yes. When somebody thinks that you are not very much aware of something and you are, you're going to say, am I, do you think I was born yesterday? Of course I know this. क्या मैं कल पैदा हुआ हूं? So this is a way of saying कि yes, I know. All right. Is money growing on trees? Rhetorical question. Shabash. Have you ever seen me arrive late to anything? No, this is a
Rhetorical question.
rhetorical question. All right. For example, if you're somebody who is always on time और आपका दोस्त या आपका कुलीग या फेलो कहे टाइम से आ जाना, तो आप क्या कहेंगे? क्या मैं कभी देर से आया हूं? Is this a question? Yes, but it is a rhetorical question. Have you ever seen me coming late? Of course I'll come early. This is also a rhetorical question. Now, we have seen that all these rhetorical questions in our conversations, in our oral communication. Now, there are rhetorical questions that you can find in poetry as well, in literature. Here is an example. This is from Shakespeare's. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? So all this whole stanza is in the rhetorical question format. इसका मतलब है, if you prick us, if you hurt us, do we not bleed? Of course we do. So this is an example of rhetorical questions in poetry, and you can find rhetorical questions in the poetry of Wordsworth, in the poetry of Keats, Shakespeare, and so many other English poets. All right. Now, students, there are lot of different purposes of speaking, right? Communication के, speech के बहुत सारे मुख्तलिफ मकासद हैं. तो इसी तरह rhetorical questions भी different types के हैं. हम 3 टाइप्स देखेंगे. वैसे तो बहुत सारी टाइप्स हैं जो कि आप हायर ग्रेड्स में पढ़ेंगे, बट द 3 मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट आर, फर्स्ट, हाइपोफोरा. इट्स अ क्वेश्चन, इट्स अ rhetorical question जो बोलने वाला खुद ही जवाब दे दे. That is a hypophora rhetorical question. For example, what do we stand for? We stand for freedom, justice, and equality for all. If Muhammad is delivering a speech and he's saying, who do we stand for? What do we stand for? And he answers the question himself. We stand for justice. So this is an example of hypophora. Okay. Function क्या है? Control the discussion and guide through in a specific direction before any objection arises. To answer the question itself. Epiplexis, it's a little hard to say, but you can practice it, is a question used to challenge the audience so that the audience think or do something about it. For example, do you call this justice to let the guilty walk free while the innocent suffer? क्या आप इससे इंसाफ करते हैं कि मुजरिम भाग जाए और जो मासूम इंसान है वो फंस जाए? हम नहीं चाहते. इसका मतलब है कि हमें चाहिए कि जस्टिस को प्रिवेल किया जाए. So this is an example of epiplexis. Eroticis is a kind of a rhetorical question where question used to evoke a strong reaction. Audience से as a speaker reaction हासिल करने के लिए ये rhetorical question का इस्तेमाल करेंगे. For example, how can we expect to achieve peace by continuing to prepare for war? Obviously, when you are continuing to prepare for war, you cannot talk about peace. The person who can talk about peace is the one who is pacifist, who does not believe in wars. Only that person can talk about peace. All right. So these are some different types of rhetorical questions with definitions, examples, and their functions mentioned, and you can get the PPT and study them later on. Now, what is the easiest way By following it, we can make a rhetorical question. Question tags. For example, the easiest way to write a rhetorical question is by forming a question right after a statement. कोई भी statement देने के बाद अगर आप question tag का इस्तेमाल करेंगे according to the context, then that will become a rhetorical question. Now let's see these examples. हम कहते हैं the dinner was good. It's a simple statement. The dinner was good. But if you say wasn't it, this is a question tag. The dinner was good, wasn't it? It means the dinner was actually good. आप ये साबित करना चाहते हैं कि डिनर बहुत अच्छा था. Just like I say, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? It means this is a rhetorical question. I don't need any answer. It is a beautiful day. Can you give me any examples, students? कोई भी statement के साथ आप question tag लगाएं और एक rhetorical question generate करें. Quickly. Yes. Give me a statement. The class was good, wasn't it? तो ये क्या है? क्वेश्चन टैग लगा दिया, क्या हुआ? रिटोरिकल क्वेश्चन बन गया. रिटोरिकल क्वेश्चन बनाने के लिए क्या करेंगे? क्वेश्चन टैग को यूज करेंगे. यस मोहम्मद. मोहम्मद लव प्लेइंग वीडियो गेम्स, so he can say the game was amazing, wasn't it? ठीक है. You really like chocolate, don't you? This is also a. कोई भी स्टेटमेंट लें, क्वेश्चन टैग लगाएंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? रिटोरिकल क्वेश्चन बन जाएगा. वेरी इजी. The new government is doing well, isn't it? This is also a rhetorical question. Where is our question tag? Right at the end, with ending with a question mark. All right. Now another very quick activity. Come on, students, hurry up. Identify the rhetorical questions from the sentences below. Number one, you are not really going to wear that, are you? Is it a rhetorical question or not? It's not. It is a rhetorical question. For example, your cousin is being prepared for the marriage and he is wearing some very different kind of dress. And you say, क्या ये पहन के शादी में जाओगे? It means change it. This is a rhetorical question. You are not really going to wear that, are you? It means change the dress. So this is a rhetorical question. What time are we meeting there? Non-rhetorical. Because इसका तो हमें आंसर चाहिए. We want the answer of this question. Next, are you interested in having more time to relax? Yes, this is a rhetorical question. Why? Because everyone loves doing that, right? Everybody likes having a more time to relax. So this is a rhetorical question. All right, here are two videos. This one is about a very quick short animation video for you. It's very interesting and funny. Obviously, we can't play over here because of the policies, but you can watch these videos later on to learn more about rhetorical questions. At the end, students, by wrapping up the lecture, I would like to introduce you with this worksheet of rhetorical questions, where these are some issues and you have to make rhetorical questions over here. And there are some other pages as well. Solve this exercise. Very important thing is that you add question tags. या आप सोचें क्या इस सवाल का जवाब बन सकता है? अगर बनता है तो वो rhetorical question नहीं होगा. अगर नहीं बनता तो that would be your rhetorical question. Very easy. Rhetorical questions, let me summarize it for you. They are used for make the audience think, proving your point, making somebody to do something or think something, and prove your strong point. And that's it. Or if you want to express yourself, like what a lovely It was a lovely day, wasn't it? So it means I am expressing myself that the day was very good and it was a lovely day. This is all about today's lecture, where we talked about rhetorical questions, very important in your speech and in your writing as well. So practice it as much as you can. And that's all about today. So if you have any kind of question or comment, it's very warmly welcome. Yes, the Renaissance and students from Asif Javed account. So, okay, we are very much clear. So do the worksheet, practice your rhetorical questions and ask rhetorical questions to one another. And this is how you practice it perfectly. Thank you so much. I'll catch you up with the next video lesson. Allah Hafiz.